We are recording. What's up?
What's good?
All right, family. We're getting it in before bedtime.
Back at it.
Y'all know what time it is. Is this going to cause an argument? You ready, boo?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Is that about to fall? That light looked like it just tilted back. You think it's fine? If it's fine. It's fine. You're right. It just keeps looking like it's getting ready to fall. All right. We'll start right up. I'm going to cue us in at the right spot. Ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
You know the mics are good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go ahead and turn this down some because we don't really. I just did the podcast with these other people, and they were on. Yeah, they were on a table that was below us, and the sound was great.
So these could handle it once we start doing groups.
Yeah, no, honestly,
people. Okay.
Like right there.
Yeah, because we be over here like the old mics. So.
Yeah, we ain't got to do it, so we can back them up. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, hopefully everything goes up. What's up, everybody?
What's going on, family?
Welcome back to another Is This Gonna Cause an Argument? My name is Angel Lakita Moore Tanksley, also known as That Chick Angel, and this is my husband of 12 years,
finally.
As well as my co-host. Tell him who you are, baby.
I am Marcus Tanksley, her husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who you claiming me today?
Yeah.
Who you choosing? Oh, and this is
you know.
our little baby that you hear, Amar, who I think is hungry, so we gonna get a little bit of juicy fruit. But what you about to say?
No. I was about to say, I figured I'd do it again after, it was pre the first date when I claimed you.
Huh? What? Claim me one more time?
When I claimed you in public, pre the first date. Anyway, so again, is this going to cause an argument?
That made no sense. I'm sorry.
Before the first date.
You claimed me in public before the first date? When?
Who was at the party? And I had your nose wide open.
That was after our second date. After our first date. I need you to get.
It was a blur.
It was.
Anyway.
Didn't we just say we're moving our mics further away? You just.
Because I saw how it was really small.
Well, then speak up, sir.
I am speaking up. I ain't trying to be yelling.
This is This Gonna Cause an Argument, a bi-weekly podcast. Tell them what it's about, baby.
I was trying to tell them before you interrupted me. It's about a little bit of everything. Relationships, current events, politics. What is it about? Family.
Relationships.
I just said relationships.
I said it again. Love.
Love, hate.
And sometimes these topics cause an argument between me and Marcus.
Every now and then. Sometimes just setting up causes an argument. You come into it with an attitude.
And we're ready to go. So you guys, make sure you all are following us on all of our social media platforms. I am That Chick Angel on every single social media platform.
And I am at Marcus Ain't on all two of the social media platforms that I'm on. That's Instagram and Facebook. Marcus Ain't on the gram and Marcus Ain't on the book.
And then his product.
I was about to introduce yours. Go ahead and tell them about yours.
You all can get my shirt. You'll see it in the show notes as well as the video if you're watching the video of this. Hey. Yeah. It's saved and sexy, and you can get your shirt. And the link is in the show notes as well as the comments. And tell them about yours, babe.
Mine is a beard and body butter called Man Shit. It's MANSHYT. You can find that at manshit.com. Also, you can find it as an Instagram post with all of 3 or 4 posts. However,
an Instagram page with 3 or 4 posts.
Yeah, so on page 3 or 4 posts it's at GetManShit. But yeah, check that out. It's beard and body butter, 100% natural.
Yep. All right, so we're going to jump into our first segment, like we like to call it, In Our Feelings. In your feelings. In your feelings, yeah. So what's got you in your feelings?
It's really just something that's getting on your nerves or whatever. Anyway, what's something that's getting on in my feelings is health and people that want to go against what has been factual and proving to be healthy, and they come up with every excuse and reason of why it's not a good idea. I'm specifically talking about going like vegan and vegetarian. I have frequent conversations with people at work. And they're like, well, you can't sustain energy. You can't do this. You can't do that. I'm like, none of that is true. But you go ahead and do what you do. And don't be asking me what I'm eating. Because I'm going to keep doing me. Granted, I'm not vegan or vegetarian. However, I do swing that way many days out of the week. And I'm trying to go there strictly. But we just watched a Netflix documentary.
He more so watched. I came in at the end, so I can't really speak to it.
But it's extremely, and I was talking about it to somebody at work because it's extremely interesting. The things that they prove in this and topics that they bring up. But anyway, whether you want to go vegan or not, I think it's an extremely interesting look on it. And a couple of people that I know that have no desire of going vegetarian or vegan, they even found it extremely interesting. So anyway.
You don't know this, but Chad Rader of Gay Babe TV, he watched it. He's gone vegan. He's been vegan
from watching it.
He's been vegan for almost 2 months now.
Okay, well, talk to me after a year.
Well,
2 months is a good one.
Why are you saying
No, I'm just playing.
that?
That was a joke. I'm just playing. No, I tried vegan one. Actually, I went too hard in the paint. I went raw vegan for about
That's exactly
2
what he
weeks.
said he did by accident the first time.
Way too hard in the paint. It lasted for about 2 weeks. I was like, nope, can't do it. But this time I'm gonna do it right. It's all, just do it on levels. Like a while back, a long time ago. It's been 2 years. I cut out red meat and pork and all of that type of stuff. Anything fried, I cut that out. For a while, I cut out processed stuff, but then it just kind of snuck its way back in a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I'm very careful about what I eat. But yeah, I'm definitely going that route.
And you all know I just finished doing the Daniel fast. Those of you all who have been following us for a while, that's a vegan lifestyle with no processed food. And I don't think it's not as difficult as it was back in the day. Now there are a lot of options. Yeah. There's ways to do it and your food not taste the same.
Yeah. I imagine it's a lot easier to do out here in California too.
Yeah. There's so many options.
Yeah. So what's got you in your feelings?
What's got me pissed off is our freaking gym not ever being open when I need it to be open. Yeah. That is pissing me off. We decided to go.
We're coming from 24-hour fitness, which is exactly that. They only close, I think,
for the holidays.
No, it's not. I think they have like short hours on Christmas Day and short hours on Thanksgiving. Right. Any other time they are open.
24 hours. So if you are the person that's like, I gotta get up at 4 to work out, you can do it. Yeah. If you like, I gotta work out after everybody's in bed, you can do it.
You wake up in the middle of the night at 1 a.m., 2:30, they're gonna be open.
So to be at a gym now whose hours are so constricted.
They got bankers' hours.
They got people who are unemployed hours. Like, the only time you can go.
That's why it was a little bit cheaper.
Yes.
It ain't even that much cheaper. It's just a little bit.
And they don't have nearly as much of the one thing I would say about 24-hour fitness, they had so much, like, equipment that wasn't just, like, the cable systems or the, like, bodybuilder stuff. Yeah. They had, like, the boxes, if you want to do boxes, the weighted balls, if you wanted that, medicine balls. You had everything. You literally have to be working with a personal trainer to be able to get access to a lot of this stuff. Or just be nice and ask if you can borrow it for your workout.
It's not. You got to be a little more creative. We're talking about LA Fitness. Mm-hmm. You got to be a little bit more creative when it comes. But however, we had to switch gyms because this LA Fitness is extremely. It's within a jog of our house. Like, you could literally jog there for a pre-workout and then work out and then jog back as a cool down. That's how close it is to our house.
I'm never going to do that, but you could.
Yeah, you could.
And the parking was a lot better.
Yeah, parking is a wide open parking spot. So it just, after going to the 24-hour that is closest to us, that is most convenient for us, it's an extremely congested area. We just had to make that move. It was a no-brainer. But I could probably get just as good of a workout here at the house, no joke, with my own gear that I have. And I've been thinking about setting it up outside, but I know it's going to get cold, and I don't think it's a good idea to work out in the cold.
I don't know. Look that up. Make sure that's factual.
Well, every time I've done it, I've gotten sick, so I don't know what I was doing wrong.
Strengthen your immune system, sir.
What's got you feeling good?
What's got me feeling good is that, y'all, my workout plan and eating regimen is working. I'm seeing results, which is great, and that's not the only thing that has me feeling good. I also am feeling really great about the direction of my career in social media, the stuff that I'm doing on social media. This is not just a hobby for me. This is a part of my career. And I finally feel like we're getting some momentum. Marcus is being way more participatory, which also helps.
Heard that word for the first time.
Participatory. It might not be real, but it sounds really good coming out of my mouth. Participatory. And
look it up right now.
And those of you all are watching, I'm not naked. I have on. I'm just now realizing on the camera, I look completely naked. Did you notice that?
Oh, on camera?
Yes.
Yeah, on camera you do.
I look naked. I'm not naked. I have on a strapless little jumper. But Marcus being participatory is also helping. So that's got me feeling really good. I feel hopeful. And one last thing, so many good things. I went to go see my girlfriend Angelina's comedy special, and what she pulled off,
involving
the grind,
or characterized by participation.
There you go, participatory.
Stop saying it.
I'm gonna keep saying participatory. Angelina's
Pull up more
1 hour special, and the hustle that she did to pull it off to such the magnitude just really ignited my fire for me to do more. That I can grind more, I can hustle harder to make my dreams come true. So that's what's got me in my feelings in a good way.
It shocks me that you can still make those statements. Because you already grind so hard.
I could go harder.
Yeah, you could go harder.
I could. And I'm going to.
You are going harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's got me feeling good? A little bit. I can't really pinpoint one single solitary thing. I do like the direction that we taking this brand in. It's got me feeling great. Mm-hmm. I don't know, the holidays coming up.
That's got you feeling good?
I guess. I don't know. It's back and forth.
I mean...
Nothing got me feeling down. That's what's got me feeling great. I'll put it that way.
Well, how are you feeling about this vasectomy that's coming up in a...
I had gotten that off my mind finally. Thank you for bringing it back up.
I'm sorry. Do you feel some type of way?
No, I don't.
Okay, good.
That's what's bothering me. Like that day is going to be like, ooh, you sure y'all...
You might not feel no way. You might feel like a grown man.
I'm going to get him to subscribe me, prescribe me one of them Valiums he was talking about. Like, hey... He said, I'll prescribe you for one. That's what he said.
One.
But he said every now and then he has to do it. But yeah, I got my vasectomy next week. Actually, by the time you all hear this, it'll be in exactly a week. Actually, it'll be done by within a week after you hear this.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm excited. I'm excited about not pulling out no more.
Yeah.
That's some bull right there. I don't understand how people do it.
Well, you're doing it. Sorry.
It's like baking cookies and throwing them in the trash. Right as soon as they get done.
Some good cookies, huh?
Yeah.
Good hot cookies.
That sounds like one of those sketches. I was about to say one of them.
But yeah, no. I'm proud of you, though. I'm proud of you. There's a lot of men who aren't as...
Bitch out. Go ahead and say it.
that aren't as selfless as you are being.
Nah, it's not... And that's one of the common things I hear. It's like, why wouldn't you just have your wife get a hysterectomy? And like, you know how much goes into that? It's like major surgery. I will literally walk in. It takes 20 minutes and I walk out.
And how do you get one's wife to have a hysterectomy? You don't control me, just like I don't control you. You're
right. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's how like a lot of men think.
Yeah, and that's very selfish of them. So thank you. I'm proud of you. I appreciate you being a part of family planning.
Push gifts. I want a snip gift. Yeah.
You don't know what's in store.
Yeah, that is a thing. I don't want the usual.
Listen, you don't know. Why don't you shut up?
All right.
That's what you need to do.
Is it dated with a year?
That is what you need.
You going to raise another car?
No.
Something from the 60s, all right?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to bring some old woman from the 60s and be like, have fun.
How old is Angela?
Angela is 60.
Okay. That's what I said.
No, you ain't going to get one of them. You going to get one of these Sepulveda women.
One of them ain't drunk water in 4 years.
Have fun. There you go.
Heavy on vodka and cigarettes.
All right, let's jump into the topic of the day because it is getting late.
Yeah,
my husband has to get in bed. So we were invited by Cody Oliver, one of the creators of Black Love doc that's on OWN, to watch Black Love Live, which was just a live conversation between two of the couples, Dondre and Sally Richards. I forgot the last name. Harris? It doesn't matter. And Kevin Fredericks and Melissa Fredericks. And Tommy and Cody Oliver, the creators of Black Love, they all six, were participating in a conversation in front of a live audience.
And if y'all don't know, two of them, you may not know the creators of it, but the other two couples, you'll know their faces just by looking them up.
Yeah, and most
if
of
you don't know them.
Yeah, and most of you all who follow us,
like 90% of the people, you probably know.
You know who they are. So something was brought up that was took a really good chunk of the conversation that was actually brought up by Melissa Fredericks, and that is her evolving.
Yes.
And hers was more so also becoming more of who she really is.
Right.
More than just evolving.
Actually, that was both the. Actually, it was all three women. Mm-hmm. Evolving into who they are versus what they thought they should have been.
And Melissa
paraphrasing, this wasn't exactly.
And Melissa almost went back to her original self because I think she
started off as her and then changed
because of what she had been told, and what a lot of people who grow up in a Christian household are told that a wife is supposed to be.
Yeah.
The characteristics of a good wife, what a wife is supposed to do and be, and now she feels like she is Melissa 2.0. And so
no, go ahead.
I was just going to go ahead into the topic. Go ahead and
I don't know, but what was interesting is, like I said, all three of them started and are at the same place, like of starting off one way, or now coming into, no, this is who I am, mm-hmm. and you are going to respect that.
This is
where
me. Uh-huh.
She started there Angel has started there and has never changed. Because I'm sitting there, I'm just like, they just now getting this part of their life. I've been doing hard time over here.
So we wanted to piggyback off of that conversation.
Yeah, it was a good conversation.
Like, let's talk about that on there. Is the evolution that takes place in a marriage, and not just in the marriage itself, but what happens to the individuals that are in the marriage, especially when you marry young. Me and Marcus weren't the youngest people ever. We weren't like 21 and 22.
Yeah.
Marcus was 25.
25?
Where you are? Yeah, no, you were 25.
Yeah.
Because I was 27.
Yeah.
So Marcus was 25, I was 27 when we got married. So we were still relatively young as far as, and if you're living a longer life. If you're living into your 80s, you only gotten through 1/4 of your life. Right. You still got a lot of life to live. And so you're still defined. Who you are becoming is still being defined. And I guess it's...
And it's still, I think that goes up through your 30s. Mm-hmm. Maturing into who is it? Maturate?
Yeah, you can use maturate.
Matriculate into.
No, matriculate means you finish something. Maturation.
Yeah, maturate. Anyway, into who you are going to be. And one of I hate to keep going back. Actually, I don't hate, but it was such a long and good conversation. They were talking about how you end up experiencing these different people that your spouse transforms into and out of mm-hmm. throughout knowing them, especially if you start off really young.
Right.
Like Kevin and his wife, they were high school.
High school, so they were teenagers.
Yeah, they teenagers. They started dating, so it's like you can imagine.
The different person that they are now as parents and business owners.
Right.
You have different responsibilities, different things that you consider to be important. Like things, even our priorities have changed. Like, traveling was something that right after we had kids, we were like, we should have traveled more.
Yeah.
Now our more priority is, okay, how can we grow this business, or how can we buy a bigger house? It's not so much how can we leave our house. Yeah. Right, exactly. Or our kids' education being at the top priority.
Right. I remember when I first moved to California, because I was homesick and just in this bad spot, and I was like, gotta have me a luxury car. Mm-hmm. Want me a luxury car? I gotta have an Audi. I went and bought an Audi, and now I look back, I'm like, I should have bought me an old pickup truck. Kept my money.
Yeah.
I don't regret having that Audi though. I miss it. Greta, that was her name.
So to put the question on us, and I really feel like I was thinking about this when you pitched this as an idea for the segment. I was thinking about how much you truly, out of the two of us, I don't think I'm lying when I say this, I feel like you have had the bigger evolution of the two of us.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And how so you gave a little example of, yes, Marcus was so into his cars, like I'm still into cars. That hasn't changed, but like owning, like
yeah, that was one of the things where it's like I was fighting. I don't even know if after more recent events, I can't even say that was depression. I was just homesick. But that was just like one of the things that had to happen. But yeah, I mean, we lived in a little apartment. We didn't have no true responsibilities. Didn't have any kids. It was just me. Finally started working. I feel like finally started working after moving out here. I mean, people went much longer without working. But yeah, so the person that definitely the dude that came to California, moved to California, is not sitting here with you here today.
You're not. I mean, that's
and
the
I
truth.
see that, and it's all for the better. I mean, even Angel saw me evolving as of a couple months ago, or even last month. It was like I was still coming into the realization of who I have become and who I used to be.
It's almost like, if I could make it a metaphor, this year has been a spiritual puberty for Marcus.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So there have been a lot of growth spurts, growth pains for him, but all to make him into the spiritual man that he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's and I've heard of guys going through that before, but having gone through it myself, I now see. I have seen people not been able to explain it, but it's just like you've heard people say you don't become a man until you are in your 30s, or you still young, or you just a boy. It's like, hold on, I'm a grown man. Like I own a house. Like I've owned 2 houses. I got kids. It's like, no, but you at least me for myself, I ain't speaking about me. You hit a point to where you realize like how much is at stake, or how much was at stake, and how serious everything is. And I think although I always knew it, it came to realization, I think, this year. And it's been like, it was like, wow, it's like I truly am a completely different person.
Yeah.
And I realize I've already become that person, but now I'm realizing like, even like past mistakes or thought processes or whatever, it's like you see yourself, okay, I was still immature. I had no idea.
He was very not to clown. That was probably one of the things that I felt as a wife, be patient with you, and probably would be the thing that could potentially cause the most arguments, is that there would be times where I did feel like you would take an immature route. As we've talked about before, kiddingly, like Marcus and his family, they can have some short, what do you call those? Short fuses, and things that I would be like, why even be upset about that? Just let it go. Just let it go. Where now I feel like what's important, so unless it's something worth you getting riled up about,
yeah, you
have learned how to temper yourself. That's, for me, is huge, because that shows me that we are a priority. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and being that I married a younger man, I never expected you to come into the relationship at this like grown man level. I expected that we would grow together, and we did. I just had to, not growing up around guys, I knew I could not force him to become something, and he's become better than what I ever expected him to be. Like, you have surpassed.
Oh, I know.
He's still childish, but I as many times as I would want to just like strangle you to get you to where I felt like you needed to be, I also did not want to take away the things that I also appreciated about you by trying to get you somewhere faster than what it was going to take you to get there. Because I don't want you to just be a yes man to me. While I know you respect me, you respect my intelligence, you respect the fact that I make rational decisions, I don't want for you to take my word on who you should be and who you are over your own convictions.
Yeah, I don't think you got to worry about that, though.
I know that. But like, I could have. There were women that try to mold a man.
And I think that's a maturity thing too. Those thinking they can mold and thinking it'll end up okay. But it's on the same token as like I've seen Angel her maturity process has happened more gradually at a smoother rate. But it's just like different things, like when they were talking about at the Black Love thing, like things that their wife used to do, or things that the way they would approach like the man. I've seen Angel take more of a back seat of letting me be the man, instead of, because you came from single mom household with 4 women, so they had to be strong. Their mom's strong, she had to raise strong daughters, therefore Angel's strong. And it's just like, you ain't got to continue to hold that weight. Like, ease up.
Yeah.
Not to say, oh no, I'm a man, let me do it, but
I think for me that took it took an amount of trust. I think sometimes with men, they could think it's me trying to show out. Like, you just want to show you strong. We get it. You don't need a man. No, what it really comes down to is trust.
Yeah.
And
I never looked at it that way. I'm just like, she don't know how to just let me handle this.
It's because it was a lack of trust.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Like,
no, I never looked at it as you showing out. Yeah.
I know, but I'm just telling you, the seed of it was me not trusting that either you were going to do it, or that you were going to do it the way I wanted it to be done.
You finally realized it didn't matter how you wanted it done.
No.
That's what you realized.
No. You eventually earned my trust. That wasn't it. Please believe that my strength, if you did not appreciate my strength, we would not have worked. Because my strength is important to me, and I'm not going to let anybody diminish it or try to take it from me to feed their ego. And there are some men that would crush their ego to the point of just being...
That wouldn't have bothered me.
Hey, it didn't. He was just like, go ahead with your silly self. But I know people are like, no, you got to be the lady. I get that. I get that being a lady can sometimes be a benefit, but you can't tell me something that I cherish, something that makes me who I am, is now useless. And I had to, it became, so it was not only trusting that you would do it the way that I would, that you would know, that you would not take me yielding myself to you as weakness. But as me making the choice to say, I know you can do this, and more than likely you will do this better than me. Please go ahead.
Yeah, but it's also about the partnership.
Yeah.
Like, it takes 2 pilots to fly a plane. It's like, I don't need you. I could do this by myself, but it'll work better if you control this side and I control this side. Come
on with the analogy. That was fire.
Yeah.
I have to tell you right now, you're okay.
So just keep your ass in that seat and start trying to fly the whole plane.
Listen, I was like, he over there asleep. Let me click.
I ain't sleep. I'm looking at that dial that's up on the dashboard. I look like I'm asleep. Stay over there. Think you should tell your wife, I'll get one of these stewardess to help you.
But even another big way that Marcus has evolved, which I think was paramount in us not having a 7-year itch, we have yet to, and hopefully we will never face a time in which we are contemplating separation as being a means to solve any issues we have. But the thing I was going to say is, he has, every time we've had a child, become a better father. Because if he was still the same dad that he was when we had little Marcus, we would not be sitting here today talking about, is this going to cause an argument? I'd be ready to choke him out. I probably would have.
But that's a learning. I mean, that's a huge learning curve.
It is a learning curve, but you have to understand that no woman. This has always been my thing. I don't want to have to yell or force anyone to take care of my children. Like, either you are coming as a willing person or you don't come at all. And so I never wanted it to be a thing of, Marcus, but I need you to watch the babies. But Marcus, the same way, me and Marcus had this conversation once, and I've seen many people online, they'll ask me, my husband just doesn't do a lot, and with the kids, how do you get your husband to be helpful, and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, it's not so much how do I, there is no more choice. Like, we both made this baby. We both have to take care of the baby. So the same way that my husband gets up every morning and leaves for work without a care about who's caring for these children while he's gone, he knows I'm handling that. I deserve the same courtesy when I have to work in the evenings. I shouldn't have to be like, yo, can you watch the kids? Of course you can. You're off work. So you can watch, you will watch your children. And I think
That's
never,
what you can do.
Never. But I feel like with this fourth child, like he got better with the twin. When we had the twins is when that conversation happened. You remember that conversation?
Yeah.
And then
because it was a difficult time altogether. But it was again, like I said, it was a learning curve because it's like just upbringing and seeing how things go. It's just like I've been working. I'm tired. Why do I have to watch kids right now? Like, I'm exhausted. But then she explained it like, look, this is difficult. It's me and you. You are their father. Now, and then put it in perspective. It's about voicing that and not just, looking at your husband and like, oh God, he does this. Don't tell your girlfriends and your cousins and your sisters and all of them. You tell your husband like, look, this is what it is. This is how it should be. This is a partnership.
Yes.
Equally yoked.
He had went out to meet up with one of his old homegirls from high school that came into town for work. And it wasn't even a thing of him like asking, yo, do you mind if I go out? He knew that if he needed to go out somewhere, I'm not about to be like, oh no, the twins, it's too much. The twins and Marcus. So I was like, I want to have that same feeling of if I got something to do. And then when we had that conversation, it clicked. And I think that same conversation would not have been, I don't think you would have learned as quickly or understood as quickly had I had the conversation with you with little Marcus.
Yeah.
So and so now with the 4 kids, because people be like, when I have no kids with me, where are the kids? They have a daddy. Where's the baby? They have a daddy. Granted, yes, my mother will watch the kids a lot, but if she ain't here, he here. If she is here, he here, because he's evolved as a father, and it's not a question. He knows that he's as invested as I am. The only thing he ain't got is breast milk, but he know how to dethaw some good old breast milk and put it at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm glad that's something you stopped whining and crying about.
What?
Because Angel would be gone and be like, y'all fed him all the breast milk. These fools is in here screaming. What you expect me to do?
Listen, that's
you either
stressful.
pump enough or keep your ass at the house. That's what you do.
It's stressful trying to pump breast milk. It is.
Stress out. You won't stress out here if you ain't got to use up the breast milk.
Okay, so as a marriage, how have we evolved?
I don't know. Still trying to figure that out.
You don't know how we evolved as a marriage?
Just both of us maturing.
I think we're way more intimate.
Yeah.
I think we're way more intimate, and I don't just mean sexually. I mean I feel like share way more intimate thoughts.
Yeah.
I think like you definitely have become way more vulnerable with me, which I appreciate. But I also feel like we share the inner workings in our heads way more than we used to, which is great. I think that's gotten us even closer. I feel like we have gotten closer, and looking back, the fact we've been together 15 years, we are way closer now than what we've ever been.
Yeah.
Even with 4 boys between us, loud, getting on our nerves or needing our attention, we're way more attuned to each other.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta stick together, otherwise these fools will kill us.
Yes, they will. They'll take us down. Do you have a place mentally? I mean, granted, we can't tell the future, but what are you hoping that you continue to evolve into? I can answer the question while you think.
Nah, I have no destination or form of what I want it to look like. I just want it to keep improving.
One attribute that I'm hoping that I get more of and walk more in and give more of is grace. I want to become a more graceful person in the things that I do, in how I execute things, how I deal with people, and I want to give out grace more. I have always been, I don't want to say...
So you're just saying as a person and not as a couple?
Yeah, currently I'm
Okay.
saying as a person what I want. I can answer for a couple, but that's for me as a person. I want to have more grace. I don't want things to ruffle my feathers. I want to be like, you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
I want to just execute and be full of grace and be more graceful in how I handle things. And you just said you want to be better?
Yeah, I just want to continue to improve.
Mm-hmm.
All around.
Mm-hmm. Health and everything.
Yeah, health, mental, I don't know what you call it, mental stability, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Grace as well.
Yeah.
I'm still working on that. I'm a lot more forgiving now. Granted, I think it's easier to be more forgiving when you don't let stuff get to you as quickly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what grace is about. Yeah, it's not holding account for everything someone does.
Yeah.
To you, more Christ-like.
Just remembering past mistakes and learning from
them. As a couple, I'm really hoping we become even more attuned to what the other person is wanting or needing prior to even them speaking it. Like, I want us to communicate, obviously, but I want us to be that attuned to each other, to know, like, oh, he just needs a break, or, oh, he could use this little affirmation, and I'm just going to call him and tell him that, and that'll be the thing that cheers up his day. Like, I am hoping we grow into that, and I'm hoping we become more silly with each other.
We don't need that.
We do.
We don't.
We do. There's something beautiful about being able to still be silly with the person you love.
We silly enough.
No, I think we could go.
You silly enough.
Yeah, so I need you to be more silly. I think that's what I'm saying. There you go. Did you see how I'm trying to get you to understand it without me saying it?
Well, you see it's not working. I'm getting less silly.
I know you are, and I want it to come back. I want your silliness to come back. Is there something for us that you are hoping we evolve into?
No, that's what I was saying before. I just wanted to continue to improve.
Mm-hmm. Is there areas that you would like improvement in?
I mean, nothing that stands out to me, really.
We need more time together. What do you need?
I mean, we definitely need more time together, but that'll be.
You really feel that way?
Yeah.
Oh.
But once we get more time together, we'll probably need breaks because that time together is probably gonna be us working together constantly.
But breaks from each other or breaks with each other?
I think both. Breaks from each other because you can't be around somebody every day, all day, nonstop, and it not cause some type of friction. But however, like even people that work together, you're working together, so you also have to take breaks together.
I think you should have crushed that thought before it came out of your head. I think it is possible to be around somebody every day, all day, and enjoy them the entire time. Yeah. And I think that is possible.
Because it's about you're right. Because it's about the way you're seeing that, because it's not work.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, if we're going to spend more time with each other, I hope it's... Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to get my boob out. I hope that it's, like, enjoyable. I hope that we...
that's true, yeah. Thought crushed. Rebuttal.
Rebuttal it. Okay, babe, let me give you the comment of the day. Comment of the week, so that you can read it while I'm over here trying to nurse this little baby. It is from He Knows Yasharl.
What is it? I regretted wearing a jerry curl for too long because I had the jerry curl that never grew and looked like I had the jerry going on, but absolutely no curls. My sister and I literally got our scalps burnt to pieces with those things.
This is from our podcast, Past Regrets. You all gave us some hilarious past regrets that we loved. Hopefully you all caught our live Facebook discussion where we gave you all 2 more regrets. If you haven't, you need to go check it out because we talked about vector knives as well as my addiction to plasma, giving plasma for money and getting track marks.
Yeah, for all y'all wanting these dang old school dance moves.
You're welcome.
Assholes.
Hopefully you checked out that video. It's up on our YouTube.
But KJ, please bring back the old school dance moves. I hope you enjoyed it.
They did. Everybody
y'all
enjoyed
get on
it.
my nerves.
It's also up on my Instagram.
Risking energy.
Risking energy. It was energy well spent. It's up on my Instagram.
No, wasting energy, risking injury. That's what I meant.
Oh, I was like, risking energy. You can risk it all you want to. It's up on my Instagram account, That Chick Angel, as well. So you can check it out on either platform. It will give you a good laugh. It's 11 minutes of hystericalness. And we will have some new content coming out, not only on Instagram but and Facebook, but also on YouTube. Be checking out a couple of sketches me and Marcus put together for you. So you'll actually, if you're listening to it on Wednesday when this drops, it's on our Instagram accounts, That Chick Angel and Marcus Ain't on the Gram, as well as That Chick Angel on Facebook and Marcus Ain't on the Book on Facebook. So, any closing remarks or thoughts?
Nah. I can't think of nothing.
You can't think of nothing?
Nah.
Well, I'm glad we got this up. We did it last minute, which we shouldn't have, but...
Does the energy feel low?
Yours is feeling low.
Yeah, I guess I'm tired. I don't know.
Yes, yours is definitely feeling low.
My bad, y'all.
Yes, when you start giving me, I don't know, that's when I know, oh, he's crashing. But we did it, and we're glad that we were able to. We're glad that we were able to talk to you all. Make sure you please tell more people about our podcast. And somebody pitched us a really good topic next week that I really, not next week, in 2 weeks, because we come back in 2 weeks, about 2 things that if a wife knew would help her keep her husband. And one is that most men do not want to be or fear being controlled by a woman, and most men fear being seen as a counterfeit or as inadequate. Those 2, being controlled by a woman and being seen as inadequate. So inadequate. So we're going to talk about that next podcast. Please rate us and review us on every platform to make us more discoverable. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, have a good one.
Be blessed.
I should have brought some water before.
Oh, I have water right here that I couldn't reach. It is hot.
Yeah, I'm hot too. That's the other thing.
I am sweaty. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, I can just press the button, babe.
Oh, sure.
But you can turn off the lights. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
That Chick Angel.